100,000 gold pieces each. Thanks, Isaac.
And don't forget,
Yeah, that was such a great session.
Bardic
Oh my
Logs.
god.
You're welcome, everybody. We stream only the last 10 seconds, as we all know.
Everybody knows we're the only interested in the conclusion of the story.
Absolutely, everyone. So we've done our session this morning. Thank you very much for joining us as we recap it.
Yeah, take it away, Isaac. What do we recap with?
Oh yeah, we let's see. We showed up to this Discord room and we said hi.
Great session. Great session. Honest to God, probably the best I've ever played.
Honestly, you're welcome. I expect, like, congratulations, nudes would be one thing, but how about we just start with a high five? So I just realized, Draco, did you put your character in yet?
Oh, yeah. Into Roll20?
Oh, not in Roll20.
Oh, no, into the chat.
In general, yeah.
Yeah. I realized I was definitely, like, 5 years behind on getting that to you. So I'm also happy to, like, give you a full rundown on the character I made if you'd like.
Oh, wonderful. Here. Okay. Wait, that was her? I thought that was... Wait. What? Oh, present the latest creation, Granny Tea Tree?
Yep.
Is that
like
who
the
you're
fucking
playing?
essential oil. That's who I'm playing.
Okay, so even though we were joking today, everybody, we are actually doing a normal session. Welcome to Bardic Logs. We are doing Cowboys and Drows with Thermic Griffin here and Big Ol' Pickle. Starting with Big Ol' Pickle, then, would you like to introduce your character that you'll be playing this session?
Absolutely. So, I am playing a Lightfoot halfling named Granny Tea Tree. She is a much older lady, obviously, because it'd be weird if she was like a young halfling and she called herself Granny. That'll be another character. That'll be the backup.
I'm 17 and I'm considered a grandpa. Hello there.
My backup character for Granny Tea Tree is Granny Tea Tree Jr., and it's just like a kid.
Yeah, they call me Junior. It's just like fucking, oh god.
But so, Granny Tea Tree, she is a multi-class warlock fighter. She has a Pact of the Fiend going on, and she is basically like a con lady. Like, she uses her like nice appearance and all that to just like try to get a leg up on people. She likes trying to catch people off guard with like her very demonic association. And yeah, she's not afraid to fucking pop some kneecaps.
That's so funny.
Decked out in a floral dress.
Because I'm looking at her right now. I'm gonna real quick put like for both the stream, for both I guess me and the stream. Oh, I need to go to D&D live row. There we go. Let me go to your thing so they can see Granny Tea Tree here. I think it's so funny because she looks so like a hippie.
Like, oh yeah,
like
looks like a druid.
Not even just a druid, like a hippie who. Like, I'm a pacifist. I wouldn't lay a hand on either nature nor baby.
No, she does that on purpose because she loves the like she's one of those like women who like only got better as she got older, and so she is living her best life right now, portraying this sweet old grandma pinch your cheek, give you a cookie, but the cookie's laced with arsenic, and it's also gonna make you shit for a year.
Oh, wait,
so good luck.
Shit for a year. If you were dead.
Exactly. It will make you shit for a year in the afterlife. That's how good she is.
Suck my dick. As you, like, fucking watches you fall over dead.
Something like that for sure.
Oh my goodness. Here we go. Let me bring up Cowboys and Drows. And then, Griffin, would you like to tell us all about your your character, I assume, is probably going to be just as borderline evil as hers.
For a change, I do not have a borderline evil character. You might have already met Eisen before. He's pretty tall for a hill dwarf, standing in at 5'5". That's unfortunately due to a slight mishap with the enlarging potion. Instead of getting a drop, he drank the whole bottle. So, we've got our hill dwarf barbarian fighter. Typical, used to be in the militia, soldier, blah blah blah. He hates goblins, blindingly. Good smith, hates vampires with a passion. And one of his favorite things to do in his spare time is compete against gnomes in smithing contests.
Valid. Alright. It's been a while since I've worked with Eisen. It'll be a fun and different time once again. So, what brings...
Difference what we go for.
So you guys are two short-ass folk. Doing short-ass folk things. I like to assume that your guys, the way you guys met, is less like... yes... companion, your future companion, I could use your assistance. Would you like to come with me? And more, anyways, well, I'm gonna die out there without some help. You want to come with?
Yeah, that sounds accurate.
Yeah, as you guys, so the screen turns on, the TV turns on, the cowboys and drows are on the TV. Yeehaw! Goes across the, sounds, guns firing. You see dark elves riding across horses across the TV as, a dust storm picks up and it covers the camera. And as the lens clear, you see we're over a very medium-sized, pretty large for a western town, honestly. Pretty large for a western town called East Creek on a sign. As we go past the sign and up through the town, we enter a jail cell where we see Eisen leaned up against a wall looking at Grandma Tea Tree.
Are we both in the cell?
Yeah, you're both in the cell. Your base items have been taken. All you have is just yourself. You have cuffs around your hands. You have what's called wizard cuffs, where they met Grandma Tea Tree, where the cuffs themselves extend from normal cuffs along the palm to a wrap around the fingertips, keeping your fingertips extended out. You're always in the symbol of like a 5 with your hands, unable to cast spells with your hands. Other than that, the guards come around, I would say, hourly to check on you guys. You guys are in for different things, feel free to make it up. But the main point is that you guys are, I'd say, Granny Tea Tree, you're there for a reason, like maybe there's suspicion of what you did, but Eisen, you're pretty innocent. Even though you're a rowdy guy, you didn't exactly commit any crimes. Right now, you're just kind of being held out of suspicion, and I would like to think, in Eisen's opinion, if I know the character, they're taking too long to figure out their suspicion.
You literally read my mind. I was about to say, what is taking so fucking long?
I like to imagine Granny Tea Tree's off knitting in the corner, and she's like, "Patience, dear. There's no need to rush the execution now, is there?"
Her hands are fucking tied, so she's like using her feet to like fucking knit.
Oh, she has like fucking like gorilla toes, and she's just like knit and purling in the cell.
The god comes around. Granny, do you? For half a moment, he's like, "Do you want your like?" He sees you being like an old lady. He's like, "Oh, maybe I should like let her have her hands back." But then he remembers what you did, and he's like,
Oh,
"Do you want some water?"
Oh, aren't you a kind young man? Yes, if you don't mind, I would love some water, maybe even some tea. These joints are just so old and creaky, you know.
Yeah, I mean, the best tea we got here is like tumbleweed with like some jasmine. But sure, I can try to throw together something.
Oh,
I'll
that's
be right
very
back.
kind of you, dear.
And as he leaves, you guys see a note wrapped around a key fall in front of him.
Looking over at Granny Tea Tree. Did you do that? You know something about that note and the key?
She's gonna look him dead in the eye, and she's gonna lie and say, "Of course, dear. Now, why don't you pick it up and find out?"
Nice. She's like, yeah, I did everything here.
She's like, "Oh, of course I know what the fuck I'm doing. Do you? Get good. You don't have to get ready if you stay ready, bitch."
Aizen just shrugs and, let me see if I can reach the key. Tries and picks it up.
It is just barely outside your range with your hands, Aizen. Maybe if you had a little bit, I don't know, an extension to your hands, about an inch, you might get it.
Like maybe I should break my cuffs and use that.
Ah, I mean, breaking, you could also just use them normally, but yeah, you can go through the process of breaking them first to grab the key to unlock them.
Yeah, sure, why not? Let's see how much Roll20 loves Aizen today. That's a 22 for a strength check to break them.
I would say, while you don't necessarily break them, because I believe it is still under the breaking point for average iron shackles. I would
I'll
see.
in a second.
It's not like you just barely missed, by the way, but you do stretch them. You start to stretch, and you can see that as Aizen. Oh, I know what you do, Aizen. You push them into the bars, and Granny Teacher, you see as he pushes the bars, the iron, the actual physical links start to like flatten out a bit as they get stretched, and you see him pulling the metal just a little bit, like almost like tightening it, like all the links together by crushing them into tighter little sections. And as it gets like another few inches, you reach out and you grab the key.
Perfect. Before using the key, I read the note.
It says, did you really think so was gonna help you? Fucking losers, this is a fake.
I rage and break open the door. Fuck this place.
Oh, hell yeah.
Never smart to enrage a dwarf.
Go ahead and, I guess, give me a strength check, I suppose. You try to break the door.
Perfect. Let me just...
Watch it be like a 2. And he's like, kicks it, my toe.
at least I've got advantage on strength checks while raging. Yeah, 16's not gonna break down a fucking door, but it's decent.
You definitely make a
Not
fuss.
breaking my toe though.
Yeah, you don't break your toe, but you definitely make a huge fuss to where the guard with the tea comes around. I'm trying to make the tea. Jesus, would you quiet that? Whoa, wait, where'd you get that?
My beer. I don't know, you dropped it when you went out. Throw the key towards him.
But he just leans over. Not even like putting his head or arms or hands like through the bars. Just like looking through. I didn't drop that. That's weird.
And this note. Let's show him the note.
May I, like he puts his hand out, may I see it?
I hand him the note.
He takes the note.
I grab his hands.
You grab his hand.
I want a tankard of ale when you come back with the tea. And I release him.
Alright. Yeah, alright, okay, Jesus. Wait, what the hell? That's weird. And as he says that's weird, a sword slams through the guard's chest, popping out the top of his collarbone. As it slices upwards and he falls downwards, you see a drow. So, hello there.
Eisen turns around, walks towards Granny Teachy. I think it's for you. It's definitely not for me.
Well, of course it's for me. You couldn't even break the door down, could you, you little boy? And she's
I still don't see you with any fucking teeth.
she's just gonna like very calmly stand up and approach the drow, who I guess is like covered in blood at this point.
Just
and
splattered.
Yeah, and she's gonna be like, "My, you made quite a mess of yourself, dearie." And she's gonna hold out her hands and be like, "Grandma will make it all go away if you help her out."
She laughs. Well, first, I have a proposition for you. I wanted to come in and do it to any prisoners of theirs before we do anything else. Would you like to destroy this town? She smiles. Now, keep in mind, this is a town that you both probably use for travel, that while you may be annoyed with them currently, that you're in jail, especially Eisen. The idea of destroying like the entire town, especially innocents, over like one or two guards being dickheads, is a bit extreme. I like at the very least to Eisen, but she looks at you very dead-eyed, no jokes, nothing, just like there's full seriousness.
Grady's gonna keep smiling at her then, and she's gonna be like, "Oh dear, I realize that there's a lot of bullies here, and Grandma's not a fan of bullies, but Grandma does her business here, you see. Where else will I go bake my cookies?"
You do literally, because there's a train nearby, you literally do ship your cookies through the train, and make a massive profit.
Oh yeah, and like Granny's whole thing is like, unless she's like her cover's been blown by the town, so she can't like con people anymore, she's fine to stay here. You know,
It'd
kind
be more
of like
work to set up again.
Exactly. You know, like people in the town more or less kind of trust her because she's played enough of like the sweet old caring figure role here that they're like, "Oh, Granny." Yeah, Granny Teatree hurt somebody? Never. And so she would hate to like have to start over. Exactly. She would hate to have to like start over unless she had to, because they were like, "Oh no, she definitely killed somebody," and then she'd be like, "Shit."
Yeah, like right now, I like to imagine you're in for maybe accidentally poisoning someone, and that's the thing. Everyone thinks it's like maybe manslaughter. Maybe it was the ingredients weren't good, and you cooked with it without realizing. Granny Teachee's a little old, but in reality, you just really hated that bastard and poisoned him.
Oh, exactly. She's been playing up this whole thing of like, "Oh, ever since I lost my spectacles, I can't read the ingredients like I used to. Oh, it's such a tragedy. Little Maya's boy, keeling over the second he bit into a cookie. Who knew that arsenic and raisins would be so different?"
Oh no, cyanide and apple seeds were so similar.
"Oh, cyanide. I thought it was applesauce. Oh, clumsy me in my old age."
Oh, jeez. In that case, she turns to you, Eisen. Well, I am here already and I did the effort. I'm not going to give up after just one says no. How about you, fine, strong dwarf?
Eisen just grumbles and sighs like, "Look, there's a lot of shitty things in this shitty town. Shitty people, shitty food. But it's my shitty food. I will still need to find the guy that says I would sink so low as to stab someone in a bar fight. I would never. You fuck them up with your fists. That's the dwarven way."
Mm-hmm. What really happened was that they were salty you beat their ass in a bar fight and claimed you had a knife. And because you're an adventurer, they just assumed that you did.
I mean, they're not wrong, but I'll probably hit them with a non-pointy stick.
Exactly. But adventure prejudice, you know how it is.
Eisen sighs. Granny, do you have any of those poison cookies left?
I want to
I
die.
need. Eisen's like,
She actually.
I need flavor.
I need flavor. I'm fucking dead.
Hill dwarves are resistant to poison, so he could just eat your cookies.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting for.
While you guys are doing that, though,
You know what?
The princess just nods her head, looks to the guard on the ground, and says, I'd say it was a waste, but he's gonna die anyways.
Is there someone specific I can help you kill?
Nope. We want the town gone. Oh, I guess I can ask one question as she starts to turn away. Did you guys see any artifacts anywhere? And no, as far as either of you are concerned, the town is not a rich town. Maybe a big town, but not a rich town.
Granny's gonna nod immediately and say, "Of course, dear. I go and see artifacts every time I bring my cookies to the mayor's house. He's such a fond fan of my baking, you see."
The mayor's house, huh? Well,
I'd be happy to show you, but yeah, she kind of gives another sweet smile. I'd be more than happy to help you with your mess here, dear, and show you the way, but... And she holds out her hands again. Granny's joints are feeling a little stiff.
I don't quite trust you. She narrows her eyes. There's something behind that soul and demeanor of yours, Granny. Especially because the moment I came in and detected traps and poisons to make sure I wasn't going to be trapped or poisoned, your cookies lit up like a damn neon glow stick.
Ah, you're so smart, sweetie. And she kind of like moves her hands as if she would reach out and like pat the princess's cheek, but obviously she's stuck in the wizard cuff, so she just kind of like jerks her arms for a second before lowering them again. And then she's like, "Don't you know, though, those cookies are for my special customers."
She smiles. You know what, Granny? You're fine. She kicks the guard's corpse closer as his actual keys roll out from beneath his coat. And enough teasing. Sorry for the note, by the way, if that was a little mean. I wanted to have a little fun with you. But, there's the keys.
Oh, Granny can take a joke, sweetheart.
She smiles. Get out if you like. You seem sweet enough. But, I must be on my way. In a flash, she rolls backwards, like, does essentially a, you know, like if you jump from, like, a high story, you roll as you fall? She does that, but backwards, behind the corner, and then the moment she goes behind the corner, you hear her footsteps stop.
Granny blinks once, then twice, then looks at Eisen and goes, "God damn! Anyway," and she's gonna reach out her arm as best she can to get the keys.
Yeah, Granny, even with like how kind of small you are, she kicked it pretty close. You're able to grab the keys and unlock your both your cuffs and the cell door. At this point, several guards come in. God damn it! Another one! Ah, fuck it. We were gonna release you anyways. We just needed time to... Whatever. Granny, Eisen...
Granny wants to cast Minor Illusion to make the Drow Princess appear running away outside of the guardhouse and be like, "Oh my goodness, who is that?" Like, do like a whole, like, clutching the pearls, pointing out the window thing.
Let me see if they're able to... Okay. They don't actually see it, but go ahead and give me a performance check. As they're looking around in like a panic. They don't see it at first, but they might believe you just based off the performance. And then when they go out there, you'll see her. So go ahead and give me a performance check, and we'll see if they outright just believe you.
Alright, I'm gonna roll and then give me a second to add my modifier and all that.
All good, all good.
Eisen is looking down at his cuffs.
Granny gets it! Granny fucking gets it!
They all just run out and immediately go, "There she is! Quick!" The guard, the main captain, kind of like turns to you. Well, Jesus, he starts undoing your cuffs real quick with the keys and helps you like point out which ones are which and uncuffs it quicker for you than you messing with like literally a janitor's ring of keys. Well, all the other guards
And Granny's gonna be like babbling the whole time. You what? Sorry.
I was like, while the other guards run out, all of them just run out chasing this illusion that you've cast.
And Granny's acting like full-on hysterical grandma. She's like, I don't know what happened. That strange woman came in and killed the guard, and then she said she was going to take us. My old heart couldn't take it. She's gonna like be crying, like trying to like lie about how they were starting to get out of the cuffs on their own.
Okay, Jesus, Granny, oh my God, okay, hold on.
You were such good boys, all of you. I don't know what would have happened to me if it hadn't been for you.
He kind of just like nods his head repeatedly, just like okay, kind of like when like you're not sure what to say, you're just like He's like yeah, of course, Granny, of course, calm down. Eisen, he looks at you. What did you see? Eisen?
I think he's taken aback by the whole thing.
Then, in that case, he does turn to you guys. Okay, look. I don't really care what you see or what you saw. Clearly, you didn't just leave with them. So, clearly, you're not... I don't know. Look, just be careful. We came to release you because the mayor was asking if we had any other help. Alright? Go... You know where the mayors are. Look, go get your shit on the way out. It's on the table. We gotta go chase this goddamn drow and clean up this fucking mess. Head to the mayor and let him ask you some questions and ask him some questions in return. I don't really care. But just get going. And he starts to turn around and looks very heavy-hearted at the corpse on the ground.
Granny puts on a very solemn look and she goes, I shall have to pick some flowers from my garden to make sure that he's sent off with a proper burial.
He nods his head. Thank you, Granny.
And the second he walks out, she's immediately going to start, like, looking through the entire guard shack, turning over shit, in addition to getting her shit, seeing if there's anything else of value she can have.
Oh, no, he doesn't leave. He's there cleaning up the corpse. So, like, you're expected just to walk out, grab your shit, and leave. Everyone else is
so
gone,
then she wants
but
to
he's
make...
the only one there, just like dragging a corpse to this corner.
So she's gonna make it like I said, like she played up the manslaughter like accusation, all that shit, as being like, oh, I just don't see as well as I used to. So she's gonna play into that again and start like patting around the guard shack, trying to like sleight of hand pocket as much like valuable shit as she can. While being like, is this my book? No. Oh, these old bones. I'm so sorry.
Go to give me a sleight of hand, and we'll see how you do. You thieving bastard.
She's got sticky fingers, bitch. And with the modifier, that is... oh, shit. That's 22. I have a 7 modifier.
Wow, 22. Okay,
sticky fingers, bitch.
It starts with at first you overwhelming him, because like, Grandma, no, it's right here. He goes to try to like stand up and like point to where it is, but every time he points, you like bump into him. And as your hand goes out of his range of sight, you grab something. I guess go ahead and grab a pair of cuffs.
Oh, I'm sorry. Were you not prepared to get robbed at the gate, bitch?
A pair of cuffs. No, I'm just like double checking what they had. Jesus. A pair of cuffs. 5 gold that was on the table. And a dagger as you just kind of like walk around grabbing shit. So Granny now has a pair of cuffs, an extra dagger, and another 5 gold that she's able just to slide into her pouch.
Oh hell yeah! And she's finally going to get her stuff and like pat his hand and be like, "Oh, you're such a good man. I believe the other sir there may need some help." And she's gonna like kind of walk to wait outside while she's like counting over her gold and shit.
Yeah. Griffin, you back?
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Ah, you're all good. You are there getting your shit from the guards, Eisen, as you guys have been told to go to the mayor. You are looking over all your stuff, and you see another note, except this one is written by Tabaxi. A Tabaxi. It has a bit of writing on it. It is the note that you forgot to open before, but you decide, fuck it, I'm already looking at it, might as well open it. And it's just your previous adventures with Lavender and everything. Hello, Eisen. I know you're on vacation, but if you're done with getting sand up your britches, please come back to the Adventurers Guild.
Eisen audibly sighs and like, you better not have taken my fucking Cineracer. Where is my goddamn two-handed axe?
It's right there, beautiful as ever.
And you lucky stupid Tabaxi. He still owes me like fucking 500 gold.
In the note, you see 5 gold. There you go. This is to help with the 500.
495 left plus interest.
So back to the 500.
No, he's doing compound interest. 1 gold a day doubled.
Ah. So you guys are, Granny, you see him writing down this note. As she's like, God damn it, how much the Tabaxi owes me. And you see essentially like a pharmacy receipt, like unroll out as he's like writing out how much Lavender owes him. But
She's just gonna make like a mental note of that for later. Sorry about that.
All good. You do see that he is very well armored, though. I will say that much. You see that Eisen is a very armored dwarf.
Oh yeah, he's got a fucking shitload of weapons. He's ready to go to war. He's ready to take the town if he needs to.
And so she's definitely like, she doesn't want to go off without him because she's like, oh, some muscle. I can maybe use this. And so she's going to kind of be like, dearie, when you get the chance, or will you let old Granny know when you're ready to go? My joints are getting a bit stiff waiting out here in this dry heat.
I should probably take it off the fucking princess a while ago. Back to East Creek. While you guys are out and about, Eisen, you do finally exit the shack into the not really morning sun, the midday sun. How does Eisen and Granny react to the heat? I know you said the bones, but do you really get like achy from the bones? In the bones from the heat? Like how do you guys both enjoy living in East Creek?
Well, Eisen is quite used to being hot working in forges, so he's just like, another cool day in the sun. And then he starts looking around like, where the fuck is Steve? Steve?
Yeah.
Nothing. You don't hear Steve. No
God
clip-clopping
damn
of hoofs.
Probably still has Steve.
As the owner of Steve, he probably does.
Yeah, unless we transform Steve back into who he was.
One day.
Hey, I just want my necromancer horse back.
And I don't want to give you a guided missile. What about it?
I would like to roll to pull the DN.
Pull Steve out of your ass.
Out of hand check.
God. How about you, Granny?
I'll roll a D100, and if it's a 1, then we get Steve.
I'm going to say might as well.
That is so fucking close.
So as you thought you see Steve, you see a horse head go and eat a child, but then you realize it was actually just a horse eating a treat.
I'm seeing things again.
No children eating horses for you today. So, you guys are out and about in the heat. Granny, how do you like the heat as you guys start walking to the mayor house?
She definitely, like, whenever she first got out in, like, East Creek, she didn't care for it much. Like, she's, you know, like, having grown up around, like, predominantly halfling towns and, like, much more, like, mild climates and all that, this is a very different environment. But she kind of leans into it a bit because, like, you know, her skin's obviously gotten more tan as she's been, like, down here. And she, like, you know, ends up, like, sweating a bit more kind of thing. So, like, she ends up being able to play it up whenever she's, like, with people that, like, she's very stiff, but she's actually really mobile.
Mm-hmm. As you guys are walking past here, so here is the jail cell up here. I should know, let me just mark it real quick. I'll just go J for jail, J, and then here's the bar, and then there's the mayor house. And here's a barn, so I'll just do BA for barn. So as you guys are walking by from the jail past the bar, you do see the barmaid, Biz Anthony, point her head out. Well, howdy there, Granny Tea Tree, and Eisen. If you guys need a drink after you're done doing whatever it is you're doing, don't forget to come on back to the Shy Donkey.
Oh, Biz, just save Granny Tea Tree a lemon and water, will you?
Of course, as you guys pass the bar slash Italian bakery. So this part is the bar. Up top, right here, is an Italian bakery ran by twin half-elf Italians. They are your main rivals to your bakery here, Granny.
She just kind of looks at them and she's like, boys.
They nod their head.
She keeps walking.
They actually both, like mobsters, nod their head to you, as if they're nodding their head to their competition. One of them you see is lightly malleting a steak, while he just mutters, "Tea tree."
She goes, you're looking a little thin there, dearie. Perhaps you could use some of my goods to help fatten you back up.
We're good. We have our own cannolis.
Ah, yes, the exotic goods. And she just kind of, like, side-eyes them and she keeps walking. Have a good day, gentlemen.
Subtle, racist white grandma. I love it. Yes!
If you
ethnics!
If you didn't think that Granny Tea Tree was going to take advantage of being shady to people she doesn't like by leaning into Republican grandma stereotype, you're wrong. You're wrong, alright?
Oh, God. So there's your bakery right there, Granny, above the mayor house. As you guys make it to the mayor house, your assistant, Granny, waves her hand. A very kind and young lady by the name of Alexandria. But you just call her Alex. She's a human, half dwarf. So she's a half and half a dwarf and human. She's kind of short, not too short though. Very beautiful, long, curly red hair with a kind of a small beard, kind of more like patchy, not patchy, stubbly instead of the full kind of beard that a dwarf would grow. She tends to be very, as she calls it, it's too hot to grow a full beard. She's a stone dwarf, so she's more used to the cold Underdark area. Not Underdark, like the Drow Underdark. I mean, like under the ground.
Yeah.
God, there's like a thin layer between underground and Underdark. But
we call that the dotted Drow line.
Yeah, the dotted Drow line. The thin blue purple line.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you for picking up what I was putting down.
So, as she waves to you, oh, good to see you back out of jail again, Mrs. Teachery. I'll see you after you're done with the mayor's office.
Of course, of course. Make sure that you run over our latest shipment to the Shy Donkey when you get the chance. Yes, I believe that this is a give back night, and we want to give back to the community.
Of course, ma'am. And she picks up a whole thing of, like muffins, like breakfast muffins that the barmaid sells for you.
Yes, absolutely.
It's definitely one of your more popular
and
dishes, and you make a decent coin off of it.
And she's also going to be like, oh, and would you bring some ginger snaps to the two twins over there? I believe that they been asking for some to go with their tea lately.
The ginger snaps.
And the ginger snaps are laced with laxatives.
I was gonna say
they're laced with laxatives,
like, shaped exactly like the Italian boys.
Yep. She went all out trying to like decorate them, make it seem like a at least somewhat like peaceful gesture.
Friendly,
but
yeah.
They're like completely laxative based.
She picks them up. Yeah, of course, Granny. I'll be back with the money and the thank yous. All right, I'll see you soon. Bye. She starts walking towards the bar. As you guys enter...
She's gonna look at Eisen with a smirk.
Eisen, you know what she did.
Eisen's just like, I'm still waiting for one of those cookies.
Oh, all in due time, dearie. And she pinches Eisen's cheek as best she can because she's only like 3 feet. But she's like, unfortunately, I only have my special stock at the moment. But in due time, love.
That is what I'm waiting for. Give me special stock.
As you guys are talking about
well
this...
then, and she reaches...
Oh,
go ahead.
Go ahead. If you're gonna reach and do something, go ahead. I was gonna have you guys talk while you your characters do something, but if you're gonna physically do something, go ahead.
I was just gonna say she pulls out a like macadamia nut cookie, like a white chocolate macadamia nut, and the little chocolate kisses are like clearly inlaid with something. Like you bite into them, they taste kind of funky, but you can't tell if it's the nut or the chocolate.
Eisen just bites and is like, very fruity. Tastes decent. Pretty good.
As you guys enter the mayor house, his young assistant. Yay, we've been waiting for you. Please, go right upstairs. The mayor's looking for you. It is a nice mayor house with a double-sided stairs that go up the middle and then split up to like 2 ways to the top. A grand oaken staircase, which is fairly expensive for a place like this. And as you guys enter, you guys do notice one that wasn't here before. As much as you make the jokes and tease the drow to try to get out, you legitimately, Granny, haven't seen this before. It is a golden snake that is wrapped around a blade and a hilt that looks to be very adorned and jeweled with do either of you speak the Yanti language perchance?
I do not.
Yeah, same. I don't speak Yanti, unfortunately.
Then you wouldn't understand the significance to the but you would be able to outright read that on the hilt. It does read Thala Sula Sa.
More of the exoticness around here. My goodness, this town has really changed since I got here. You know, back when I was younger and I first got here, there was the mayor, there was the shy donkey,
The door
and the
opens
barn.
as you're saying this.
And she's immediately gonna put on the mask again with a sweet, gentle smile.
Yeah, I like to imagine you're like racist, doors open. Oh, anyways, I'm so happy that they're bringing new people in here.
Exactly. Like the only people who like see it more directly outside of like people who like know her shtick are the two brothers that she competes with.
Amazing. So the mayor, what is his name? Let me double check. The mayor, Gerald Weicker. White-haired, fair-skinned, fat yet strong, wise yet brash and disconcerted. Or just disconcerted, very jolly, not necessarily jolly, but very pleasant of a person. Big, fat, and very, very interesting, I would have to say. White hair, completely long, with a scar over his left eye. You guys would know him to be an ex-monster hunter that used to hunt with a man named Gerald. Yeah, God. Anyway, I see you guys showed up. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, no problem.
Uh,
Is something we can help you with? You seem not well today.
He like waddles around back to his desk. He's kind of a big fellow. We have an issue. Have you either of you been seeing reports of anything from a drow, or maybe have had a run-in with a drow?
Oh, I'm so sorry, Mayor. I haven't the faintest idea what you're talking about. Ever since that poor young boy took a bite of my wrong recipe, I've just been in such distraught dismay. I haven't had any wherewithal to pay attention to what's been going on.
Alright. Valid. Let me see. He goes and pulls up like a paper, gestures for you guys to take a seat in these fancy chairs in front of him.
Eisen just looks for himself. I've been sitting long enough in the cell thanks to you people taking too long to investigate a simple bar fight. I think I'll stand.
Fair enough. So, we have been under attack by, I think, drow lately. I don't know where they came from, where they're going, but they're harassing us. They already killed Cotton Eye Joe.
What? Where did he come from? Where did he go?
I don't know. But he showed up one
humanity.
day to be that wonderful bardic self he wanted to be. And they killed him. Those monsters.
Oh, goodness, that's terrible. That's terrible. Cotton Eye Joe, he was such a man of such scholarly work and artistic expression.
He was a fraud.
God. I know I would have been married a long time ago if it wasn't for that man stealing my wife.
Oh, yes, I remember. That was quite the talk of the town for a minute, Mayor. Though, it's her loss.
Thank you, I appreciate that. He slaps his fat belly. As a previous monster hunter, I know I carry a long family heritage from from my kind, the Whackers.
Ah, yes, the Whiters. And she says it with like a hard T and a hard R, completely wrong.
Oh, a hard R lady, I see.
She gives like a big shit-eating grin. And she's like, so what are you planning on doing about these uncivilized folk?
Well, we don't know where they come from, so we can't find the entrances to anything, and we don't know why they're targeting us. The only artifacts or things we've stolen, as you've probably seen on the way in, is that fine Yuan-Ti blade from the previous adventurers that we hired to take care of the nearby temple. The Yuan-Ti are long gone. I suppose if you want to, you can go investigate the temple. But as far as I'm concerned, the Yuan-Ti are long gone, so I don't know why the drow all of a sudden are attacking us. But we did have an incident this morning. I don't know if you felt tremors and quakes, but the bank, the new bank, Crowles and Sons, run by the Kenku, he out across the street from the sheriff's office. There's been a break-in. If you'd like to go back up the sheriff and investigate what's happening, it'd be much appreciated.
Granny Tea Tree is going to kind of like cock a brow at that, and she's going to look over at Eisen and be like, oh, well, I don't know if these old bones are made for any kind of muscle, but I'm sure my young man here, my young man friend here, would be more than happy to help out, and I, of course, will be happy to lend a hand whatever I can.
Well, Granny, I would love your wisdom and your eyes. You may be old, but with those glasses, you see more than we do sometimes.
Oh, you're too kind, dear. And she, like, pinches his cheek a little too harshly.
Yeah, you, like, leave a bruise, and, like, he's not gonna say anything, but you can tell he winces, like, ow, fuck.
Yeah, and she's gonna go, oh, clumsy me. I don't know my own strength sometimes, dear. Oh, and she's gonna, like, just kind of have, like, a self-satisfied smile on her face.
Ivan just sort of grumbles to himself. Well, it's not the fucking tabaxi, it's the man. Never paying me what they say they're gonna pay me, but it's fine. Yes, let's go. Let's go see what we can do.
Amazing. If you do this, I can... Let me see. If you just investigate this, I can give you... easily 500 gold each. And then if you happen to take care of the drow, as the current bounty for the drow themselves are about 5,000 each. So each member of the party would get 5,000.
So you have all this gold laying around, but you cannot afford to pay me the 15 gold you still owe me from our last market day.
Listen,
Mayor,
listen.
are you a fraud?
Your personal debts with me as Wyker and the town's debts or finances are separate. I would never commit fraud as a mayor or embezzle money just to pay off my own debts. And I'm not even joking when I say he looks dead serious. Eisen, this man looked so serious when you accused him of that. You legit might think, you like, for half a second, you're like, oh, I might get thrown back into jail, so...
As I contemplate on, I might get thrown back in jail. Next time I'm ripping your cell door off, I'm not just making noise to notify the guards.
He shrugs, like, he wasn't there for that, so he doesn't understand the reference, so he's just kind of like, shrugs, okay.
Eisen just audibly sighs, gives him a stinger. Better get my gold ready. And maybe I'll take a look around for this grow as well.
Okay, would you like all the info we have about this?
Well, considering you're sending me in, I'm presuming it's not a lot.
No. But the last little bit of info we do have is that the temple is to the northeast. It was around the hills and mountainside, tucked between them. If you need a guide to go to the bar, you might find someone there to aid you. If not, the sheriff, while he's gonna help you, his duty is to defend the town. So don't rile him up too much trying to get him to come with you. If you want to go outside the town, we need at least someone to stay here and defend us.
Eisen looks visually offended when he says he needs a guide to go through the hills and the mountains. It's like, what did you just say to me?
I'm not saying that you can. I'm just saying if you happen to want someone to have help with the area, all right? It's desert, it's sand, it's not your normal hills, and like they're not made of stone. And he gives you that kind of boy hand gesture. Where he's like, it's not made of stone, dwarf. It's made of sand.
Eisen just gives him a look like, this bitch turns around and starts walking across the street and like, let me just do this fucking investigation already.
The Wyker turns to you, Granny Teacher. Well, anyway, I suppose you have all the info. Drows are attacking us. We don't know why. We have Yanti artifacts from our previous adventurer party, but like, we doubt that Drow would give a fuck about that. So, but you know, if there's anything that, like, I don't know, the Yanti temple is summoning them, good enough for us. We'll return the artifact. We don't want this. But if it's just if it's something else, like I said, I doubt it's that, because the Drow aren't, the Drow rarely, if ever, if they don't kill them on sight, would work with the Yanti. So Like, I doubt it's
No,
that.
but who knows what they might be interested in. Though it's possible that that dagger might entrust some trouble. I suggest that you try to hide that away somewhere that would not be easily found. Heck, if you'd like, I'm sure I could even take care of it for you if you want. Who would suspect old Granny Tea Tree with the dagger?
That would be so irresponsible of me. I could risk getting you killed, ma'am. He goes and gives up and
not
gives you
at all.
a genuine, sweaty, fat-bellied hug where he squishes you into him. You sweet, sweet old lady. No, I'm not gonna put you at risk.
She like full on over his shoulder when he's not looking at her grimaces at how fucking gross he is when he is like encircling her. But the second that he pulls back, she like smiles again and it gives him another too hard pinch on the cheek, and she's like, well, you remember old Granny if they try to come back. That dagger needs to be protected, young man.
As you walk away, you're just like actively sticky.
yeah. Like she is gonna like look around and see if there's anything else she wants to like try to like snatch from the mayor while she's like on her way out. But I mean, beyond that, I think she's just
documents. There's not really much in his office to take.
She'll still try to take the documents. She'll be like, "Oh my goodness, is this one of our receipts? Oh, you have been so good at keeping things organized in here. I can't remember what our last shipment was. Can you?
Single shipment.
No more tax.
Oh yeah.
All right, I mean, sleight of hand to commit tax fraud.
What did Granny What the?
It's the dice gods love a chaotic grandma. All right, I picked one of the best characters in D&D history, which is a granny that fucks shit up. And with my modifier, FYI, that's a 26.
So, yeah, I mean, Grandma, you just won't have to pay the next shipment that you made. You take the receipt, and that's on the town.
Yeah, she gives the mayor another warm wave, and she's like, always a pleasure, dear. I'll see you at bingo night sometime soon then, yes?
Oh, gosh. Oh, God, well, oh, yes. I absolutely would love some bingo.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I'll have to be wary of your horizontal lineup then, won't I? Ha ha! And she waggles a finger as she starts backing out the door again. And then when she's out of sight, she kind of like shrugs off her like his sweat and stuff off her clothes, being like, God damn it! Like, and then like catches up to Eisen.
Fucking people! Ah!
I swear, some of these people have never heard of essential oils or deodorant. Ah, the humanity.
Eisen just gives a little smirk, like, we are a lot alike. The only difference being, I say it to their face.
Ah, well, you know what they say. What they don't know won't hurt you. And she gives Eisen a big smile, and she's like, by the way, if I ever need some help with my competitors, I'm assuming I can call on you from now on, yes?
As long as you give me more of these, and shows that he took another special cookie from her when she wasn't looking.
Oh, no.
She's actually taken aback by that, but she gives like an actual full smile, and she's like, goddamn, I think you and I are going to be fast friends. All right, let's go fuck this up. And she's going to start waddling down the stairs.
Let's go fuck this up, and I'm just imagining this like little duck waddle.
Exactly that. Like, even though she's like dropping the act around you, Eisen, like, in case someone were to like walk in on you guys, she doesn't want to like be walking nimbly. Yeah, she's still in grandma mode, and so she's like, all right, let's go get some bitches. And she's like just like full on side to side shuffling her way down the stairs. You can hear her joints creaking as she steps on each step. Like the wood underneath is synonymous with the creaking of her elbows and stuff.
Amazing. So as you do this, she you guys enter the bank, and as you do, immediately This old man with these guns floating about him turns around to you. They all cluck, but then he realizes who you are and lowers them all. As they all unclock, re-entering his belts and his loaded areas. Ah, hello there. You must
Eisen
be...
just looks in awe. He's like, I need one of those.
You must be the assistant the mayor said he was going to send me.
Yes. Yes, we are. How can I get floating weapons? I've got an assortment of long swords, daggers, battle axes, great swords. I've always wanted to have my own tornado of steel.
Well, you gotta be a wizard first. Like me, he tips his hat over, does a little tilt with the hat. Sheriff Carhu Wizwardo here, at your service.
Granny gives a little curtsy and she's like, oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was saying, according to the Wizard Guild, I'm a level 9 wizard. He gives a quick little wink. Kidding though. I haven't seen the Wizard Guild in forever. Who knows what level I am now in that little bullshit guild.
Eisen just nods very seriously. The last time I spoke to the Dwarven Guild, I was a level 20 alcoholic.
Ah, still a youngling then, eh? Ha 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 ha. He laughs heartily, knowing that there's 324 levels of a Dwarven alcoholism.
Yeah, I only really started getting into drinking once my family was killed. So it's still early on.
He nods his head. Same here, amigo. Well, anyway, he gestures behind him. So I don't actually have a bank layout. I looked for it. There was nothing that would be a bank layout that was even remotely D&D-esque. Everything else had like electric cameras or was full-on Western with like all guns, like no crossbows, no nothing. And also like I couldn't find a way to put a hole in it. And it was all, none of it was great, so I'm going to use continue using the theatrics of the mind here. As you, the swinging doors finally stop swinging as you guys come to the end of this conversation. He hooks his thumb and looking over at the bank tellers where all the gold is broken and shattered. I would say literally about 50 pieces of gold are shattered and broken around this hole that comes up right below the tellers. It looks like it came up and had the actual physical like stall that was blocking, like the wall that blocks out to the vaults behind it, has been taken down and fallen into the hole. You see it's been broken, cracked, but the rest of it still remains slightly tilted inwards towards the hole. Behind the little wall of the teller's kind of desk, past the tiny desk and the little chair, is this massive vault that is cracked open. Follow me inside. I think you're going to want to see.
Yep. Eisen just sort of nods along as he starts walking after him, looking around, seeing if he can spot anything obvious.
Yeah, absolutely. As you're looking around, I would say the obvious things. Go ahead. You can either give me a perception check or an investigation check, Eisen, while I give you the base description of the vault. The base description of the vault is this. You enter, there is a 90-foot by 90-foot room. It is a pretty massive room filled with shelves and shelving units that have sacks of gold, various jewelry, paintings, gems, chests. Some have just very ornamental weapons, very ornamental spoon, like one that has a set of pure silver spoons on it, with gems embroidered all around it. All that, but then you see in this special doubly locked, as within the actual center of the room, slight off kilter from the center, wall is like off center, so exactly right in the center, slightly up towards the top, is you see bars wrapped around slammed into the ground, and at the center of the bars, there's a pile of more of the Yuan-Ti artifacts. This one has a mask, a deck of cards. You see a staff and several other things there. You see another hole come up right there next to it, and you see all along the bars, even with your 2, Griffin. You don't see anything else besides this, but the obvious stuff would be that you do see scratch marks along the bars. Granny, on the other hand, would you like to give me an investigation or a perception check?
Absolutely. I will do a.
Yeah, because I've got like a +4, so that 2 just completely screwed me over. Racist roll 20.
Yeah, I'll do an investigation. I got a 9.
Not much better than our good friend Eisen here, but you're slightly better. You can tell that these are big creature marks. These are not like drows trying to use tools or weapons to get in. It's not clean. It's almost as if you guys would take your nails to try to scratch across metal. Even though it'd take forever, eventually you would make like a little bit of progress. Now imagine actual like strong nails and claws raking across the metal. And while it doesn't make a lot of progress, it does leave marks.
I see.
Wiswardo grunts. So we got 2 holes. I ain't never seen them before. Last time I see something that could dig was either a Umber Hulk or like a bullet or a bunch of dwarves on heroin. He chuckles. But no offense. He slaps you on the back, Aslan. You guys are fine diggers.
Oh, so you've met Dwayne then?
I have. He's a great rock.
Thank you for picking up what I put down.
But
I just got it. Sorry.
No way it took you that long. Jesus.
I have not had that much caffeine a day. All right. Also, I was too busy like thinking about how like Granny, whenever like the conversation was going on about the guild stuff, she was muttering under her breath about the guild agenda. And I got too tickled with that joke. So fuck you.
The guild agenda. Oh my goodness. Wiswardo just kind of grunts again. See, they didn't touch much else. They opened the safe door. They didn't open the safe door. Sorry, they didn't open the safe door. We opened it, but they dug in and shit. I mean, I guess there's only 2 options really. If either you have magic to be able to look at any details, footsteps, etc. If not, I do think we are missing. He looks at the pile. A small ceremonial dagger from the Yuan-Ti pile. Looks like they took it through the bars. So if you happen to have some kind of find objects, I haven't had that spell myself in years. I wrote it out in my spell book when I switched it out for storm daggers. But let's see, he tilts his cowboy hat. Or maybe what you guys could hop down that hole. You're small enough. You guys could hop down that hole and maybe follow it to where they led. What do you guys think?
Granny's gonna give like a too big smile, and she's gonna be like, "Oh, of course, us small folks will jump down the hole real quick. Excuse me, young man, I need to lower myself in there. One moment." And she's gonna like kind of climb down the hole, and then when she gets like out of the eye line, she's gonna like dust herself off and be on her guard.
Yeah.
I think before Eisen actually goes down, he's gonna use his stone cunning to see if he cannot determine when this happened, like see the actual wear and tear on the stone when it was broken into compared to when they found out.
So unfortunately, as the forensics expert here with a history and knowledge of forensics, I can tell you that Well, you can tell the manner of how and with what stone is damaged. It's quite difficult to tell when. Scrape marks don't normally have a clock next to them. While it's like unlike a corpse that decays or like rust or stuff like that, stone, especially if left untouched, you could really only discern maybe how that it'd be loud to break through. So maybe if you want to figure out when, you would have to ask some questions if anyone heard noise around a certain time.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Mm. Huh.
But I will give you this: that stone cutting is smart. Looking at the actual cuts themselves, you remember a Umber Hulk could not do stone on its own. I believe it would either need help, or if it did, it was multiple Umber Hulks who broke through the stone together with their power, or it was something else that Drow's helping an Umber Hulk. But on its own, an Umber Hulk wouldn't have made this clean of breaks. You would have seen more hand marks, scratches, claws. This is one big clean break. Something broke through this all at once.
I then just make some mental notes and like we might be facing either something bigger or more than we were expecting.
The sheriff nods his head. Oh shit. I'll get people to start trying to clean up this area. I'll leave a few my posse here as to help you if you need help. They'll come into the hole if they hear you crying or need help. They'll also come get me. I'm gonna go watch the rest of the town and make sure nothing else goes south. Good luck down there.
Thanks. Eisen walks backwards, does a backflip into the hole with his thunder thighs before landing in front of Granny, and it's like, let's go.
Your thunder thighs look majestic, where Wiswardo cannot help but inherently feel the need to throw exactly 3 gold pieces at your thighs.
As the gold
Oh my
gets
God.
closer, the sheen on his thighs just gain a golden glow.
As you catch them with your knees, you put them in your hands and into your pockets. You give him a wink, and he looks horrified. Why did I just throw that gold at that dwarf like he was a stripper? He looks at himself, uncomfortable, but you know the power of your thighs as you fall into the hole. Going into the hole.
Granny gives.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, Granny gives Eisen like an impressed look, and she's like, "Maybe I should install a pole in the bakery. I could help get you some tips and all that if you'd like."
Eisen shrugs and like, well, flickers his legs. That's not too bad of an idea. I could make quite a bit of gold.
So.
Yep. Although I would take commission fees though. Anyway.
Finder's fees. So as you go through the tunnels, it is damp and dark, but it is big. There is, well, while it's big enough that you guys can walk normally as smaller folk, taller folk would maybe have to kneel down a little bit or even bend over. Either way, though, you are easily able to just traverse it. You guys do see lots of claw marks over the dirt wall. Sorry, I'm like trying to set the new music for this tone real quick. Underground. Here we go. Let's see if. No, wait. I just realized underground lo-fi means like black market lo-fi. I just need underground ambiance.
Yeah.
I need ambiance. There we go.
If you need a good channel, I always use Bardify because I don't think they're DMCA, and they have good ambient stuff.
I'm using the Guild of Ambiance, which is also not DMCA.
Very nice, very nice.
So, hashtag to Hollow Grounds on the Patreon, by the way, for me using this image. is as you guys go through the holes and the tunnels, click, clack, you guys push roots out of your way. You guys are traveling for a few hours, actually, underground. It gives you some time to chit-chat and be alone for a bit. But you guys eventually start to see light at the end of the tunnel. And you guys come out to the light, and as you guys get blinded for a second, you guys are able to adjust your eyes, adjust what you're seeing, to see this large ravine with a river running through the center of it. Drow are nowhere to actively be seen.
Well, Granny, it looks like we've walked all this way for a bunch of water.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. And she's gonna like do a quick sweep of the canyon to see if there's any like caves where Drow might be hiding during the day or anything like that.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a perception check with advantage, because you are looking for something pretty good, smart to look for.
Oh, thank you. Hang on. It's not like Granny's been around the block. All right, one sec.
Oh, I remember, if you could both watch the Twitch to make sure that we it sounds okay. But yes, while you guys do that, I will describe what you see, Granny. So, Granny, as you look around with a very high amount of perception, you are able to note that the tree up here, this fine specimen of a dying tree, you see a outline, a silhouette move and shift behind it. You guys, just so you know, came out around here. This river itself is about 10 to 15 feet long, and the figure is over here by the other side of the tree.
So what you're saying is I can jump it.
You could jump the river, yes, and then try to make a running leap up there. Absolutely. Not the full 75 feet, but of course, why would you jump to 75 feet when you could just get closer?
Granny wants to immediately cast Eldritch Blast at the tree and try to scare out whatever is hiding next to it.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me an attack roll. With advantage, because it's like a tree, it's not moving. Nice advantage there.
Well, yeah, I appreciate it, but it did fuck all. Anyway.
So with your modifier... Yeah, it's not that hard to hit a tree.
Oh,
so
shit,
with the modifier, what's your 9?
Oh, it's +2, so that's actually 11.
Perfect. The tree...
I've actually never heard the AC of a tree before.
Well, the tree, so how this works is, no, excuse me.
Nice.
Oh my god, so I got hiccups and that made me burp. Oh my goodness. Whew. A tree, so how it works is that everything has a base AC of 10. They get plus and minus based off like how dexterous or big, large, you know. If you're inherently larger, you get a minus to your AC because of it's easier to hit you. If you're smaller, like a pixie, you get like a +5. And of course, with inanimate objects, normally if it's within a I think like 60 feet, you're able just to hit them without any roll. Beyond 60 feet, you have to do a roll just to hit them, but it's not hard at all. It's just hitting their base AC of 10. So you're getting over 11, you're able to hit the 10, you smack it. The tree wiggles. Freaking out, you see a drow, looks like a ranger, with bow, arrow, and a spear next to him pop out from behind the tree. Oh, Aka no sa, oh sa. You could hear him yell out towards you.
Do we get the sense that it's like an ambush signal, like, oh, they're here, get him, kind of thing?
No, he looks to you. As he jumps out, he waves his hands like, whoa, don't fire. And he says this to you, yelling it as it echoes across the ravine towards you. Do either of you speak Underdark?
Oh, fuck no. Granny's racist as hell. She doesn't know Underdark.
No, common, dwarfish, primordial, and goblin.
Do either of you know Elvish?
Actually, I think I should know Elfish. I remember we did something when we did his background where he was an Elfish ally. Give me 1 second to double check.
I believe that was the goblin that we added because of that, but you might be right.
Yeah, it was the goblin. The elves taught him goblin, that's correct.
Yeah. So, you don't understand what he is saying, you just hear, Agana, Usha. And then
I hear throwing with a hand axe.
you throw a hand axe.
Yeah, I
All
don't
right.
understand. It seems like he wants to hurt us. Let's kill him.
Granny goes, are we throwing hands? Okay. And she's gonna, like, get ready to fight.
All right. Ah, God, I love lack of communication. Go ahead and give me your axe throw, and then give me initiative. So yeah, I'm just gonna say axe throw misses, as this is not just a tree; it is a moving drow. But you can retrieve your axe. It's not like something terrible happens to your axe. Your axe just kind of flies off past the drow.
12 misses? Damn.
Yeah, it's 75 feet away and a drow. He's not like he's dexterous
Actually, yeah,
enough.
I should have done that with disadvantage, though. Yeah, all good.
Oh, good.
Alright.
Either way, that's why I was like, I don't really need him to roll again. He already misses.
Oh, good God. 1 for initiative.
Nice. So the drow goes first. Okay, even with your modifier, he still will go first, but thank you for the modifier, Pickle.
Yeah, I've only got 4.
Dang. Okay.
Barely ahead of you, but he is ahead of you still. He starts to run. So if you guys are here, right, at the X, he's at the tree to the top right. He starts to run downwards this way. Southwards. And let me see, do I have a drow token I can put down? You know what? Just to make it easier, I'm just going to put down these 2 tokens for you guys. They're not you, obviously. They're the snake people, but these will count as you guys. For now, just to make it easier. This one on the left is going to be controlled by Thermic, and the one on the right is going to be controlled by Granny, aka Big Old Pickle, aka Big Old Dick.
Ah! That's just because I have massive balls to make a fucking mean granny. Get with it, bitch.
Yeah, with it. So he runs 30 feet down this way and fires an arrow at your guys' feet. Let me roll attack roll. Oh my god, dice, come on. Okay.
I'm going to start using my physical dice. Screw roll 20.
Jesus, you know what? You're right. Roll physical dice. I'm getting the physical dice for this roll. Hold on. Let's see if the physical dice like them. Okay, it is also a 3. So I think the Dice Lords said it was 3, and I should not question them. I am sorry, Dice Lords. Please do not hurt me. I am sorry, Dice Lords, for questioning you.
Yeah.
So he fires, and it lands, I would say, right here-ish in front of you guys. You guys do see it sizzles. What is your passive perceptions, both of you?
11.
11.
I have a 12.
12. Okay. Not enough to see what it is base. All you see is that when the arrow lands, it is red hot and sizzles into the water. But with that, though, you do see he still moves. I'm not going to explain why, because that would explain his ability and give you guys an advantage. Just using an ability, he does continue running another 30 feet this way. That way, yeah. It is now Granny Teacher's turn. He is roughly... let me see. Where is the measuring stick? Still 75 feet-ish, just in a different direction.
Okay, so and you can tell me what to do movement-wise for this, just because I'm forgetting off the top of my head. She wants to hop the river. That's 10 feet.
Yeah.
And try to like get as close in range with him as she can, but she's only got 25 feet of movement.
Okay, so you can either take 20 feet to jump the 10, or you can do an acrobatics check, risk failing, or if you succeed, it's only 10 feet of movement.
I'm gonna risk it with the acrobatics. Fuck it.
Alright.
Let's see if Granny gets it.
Granny,
She's limber.
You know, cracks her neck, cracks her arthritis-ridden hands, and jumps. Give me the yeetus with a physical dice. Maybe you might want to do.
I appreciate that. I'm gonna take you up on that. Hang on. Let me get my character sheet and my dice out.
You know what's funny is I actually said that before I saw that you rolled. So funny that you rolled a 3 just like I did.
You know what? No take backs. You said I could do physical.
If the physical dice is also a 3, then I give up on this session. I'm just gonna start rolling with. I'm just gonna start random number generating.
72. How is that, DM?
I'll use a D10,000.
I got a 17 on the manual die, so it's not cursed. With a modifier, it's a 21.
Easily, Granny yeets her way over and is able to make another 15 odd feet. Let me see. 15 feet, so you're able to get right here. You're actually keeping up decent pace with him. This guy, obviously, I think is faster than you, Granny. But even with you being smaller than him, because of the way it's set up, he's having to go around the edge of this whole, like, ravine. You're having to go right through the center, so it's a lot quicker. So in a way, you're kind of almost going faster or as fast as him. You still have your action, so you can either double your movement and catch up to him, or you can do something now if you like.
Yeah, I think she's gonna try to take out her. Let me see.
I shall take a
I would like to take this moment to thank Isaac for giving me 30 feet movement speed with an enlarging potion.
And thighs to jump a gap.
Oh yeah,
Don't you have a 10-foot jumping thing, by the way, because of your thighs?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you don't even have to care about the river, do you?
And I've got a +8 on my athletics check.
Ah, cool. So you just don't have to care, do you?
And action surge to make sure I catch up.
And then you just go, action surge, you're here, right underneath them, and you still have your action. I hope you're happy.
All right, with Granny's action, she wants to take one of her daggers because I think she has 3 now with the one she took from the guards, and she's just gonna fucking chuck it at this dude.
Chuck it. All right, go ahead and just fucking yeet this dagger at him.
It's okay, because it's +7 modifier. So, God, I'm bad at math. That's a 13.
13?
Wait, I'm horrible at math. Hang on. Let me fact check myself with basic addition.
If it's a +7, you've got a 13.
Yeah, it's 13.
Okay, let me see. Leather armor. Still misses, but I will say this. You embed your dagger into the back shoulder of the armor before he shakes it off. You do hit him, it just isn't deep enough.
She literally goes, "Motherfucker!" And she's gonna, like, hike up her skirts to keep running when on her next turn.
Alright, then Eisen, I assume that little pre-planned thing that we just did while good old Granny was figuring out her action. You're gonna do that? You're gonna run all over here with your action surge?
Yeah, so It's gonna be just my normal movement, and my action would make it 60. So
Mhm.
then he would be about what you said. He's 75 feet
So
away.
he's 15 feet, 10 feet up, 5 feet away.
Yeah, yeah, definitely the action surge then. So I'm gonna get up to him, 30 feet movement speed. That should be enough to get up to him.
Oh, yeah, you're going to use your second action from your action surge to just continue running?
Yeah, get up
Okay,
to him
fair
and
enough. Easy. I mean,
yeah,
you wouldn't
block.
have anything else to do, but he can't run past you without getting an attack of opportunity now.
Yeah, that's my plan. Just to sort of block him off.
Fair enough, fair enough. Good idea, good idea. Okay, then let me check something. Okay, so it is the Drow's turn. The Drow stops, look at you. Aka no anta hata you. Haka na no hata. As he takes out another arrow. This, yeah, another one. This time you're able to see what it was before it was fired. It is a arrow, but the tip has this gunk on it. As he says, "Hach," the arrow lights the gunk on it. You see a slight ember light it as smoke starts bellowing from it. This time, not needing to really aim, as he just fires straight down between both of you. A large fog cloud takes up the circumference of this much. Granny and Eisen, neither of you can see through the fog cloud.
Perfect.
I guess it would take up a little bit more like this as well, technically, like that. With that, though, you would hear Eisen footsteps and movement. If you'd like to take an attack of opportunity with disadvantage.
I would. Let's see if the dice will be a bit more forgiving.
Come on, dice gods. Give him a hit.
That's a 16 and a natural 20. Fuck off. So 16 with my sword plus 8, so 24.
So, what are you using? Your sword, axe? What is that again?
Long sword, yeah.
So use your long sword. You basically get down low and swipe all around you. So no matter where he runs, it doesn't matter where you're looking, you're hitting an area. You swipe at his ankles. You actually hear a crack. Go ahead and roll your damage as you slam into his ankle.
That's max damage, thank the Lord for physical dice. That's 13 points of slashing damage.
Slicing off his foot, you hear the man cry, as the smoke starts to dissipate. His escape and diversion failed, as he's now over next to you, foot cut off, looking up at you. Bow tossed to the side, arms upraised in a defensive manner. You see he has taken his spear off and tossed it to the side. He's trying to retreat. He's not he's giving up. He's not trying to fight you.
I would like to do probably a medicine check. I'm not really sure what, or maybe a survival check, just to sort of tie off where I cut off his foot to ensure he doesn't bleed out, just to show that I'm not actively trying to execute him.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a medicine check. And Granny, at this point, you're able to just run on up.
And I think I'll be sticking with
that's so
physical
easy.
dice because that's the second natural 20, so that's a 21.
So
Nice!
you do this. He's like, ha, no fa, ola. Oh, and as you like trying to back away, dragging himself on the ground. But then what you do is you grab him by the nub. He's like, I got scared. But then you take up his foot that you chopped off, slam it directly onto the nub, and he looks at you. Ara? You rip off a piece of your shirt, you wrap it around the nub, and you look at Granny. Granny, you're a druid, right?
She's a warlock.
Oh, fuck no.
You're a warlock.
She's a fucking warlock
Do you
fighter.
have any magic of healing?
Otherwise the wound.
Not a bit. I could always hellish rebuke him and put him out of his misery.
Burning hands. burn his flesh back together.
You
Oh,
could-
okay. Honestly,
you could solder
it's
it.
not
yeah.
a bad idea.
You could. I would let you guys do that.
Yeah,
All right. Bringing out.
yeah.
Looking
She was
right,
supposed to let to cauterize it.
right at the cloth. You slam your hand, using the cloth to give the bare skin a bit of protection from the flame. Just cauterizing around the wound. You flash cauterize it with this spell that goes off and just fucking sends flames and fire all around for a second. You're like, okay. But he looks, even though it still doesn't necessarily work, it is cauterized. And it looks like it could heal. You do see some life and the color restoring back to the foot. He looks up at you. Salah. He nods his head. You assume it might be him being grateful, but, you don't speak the language.
Granny takes one look at him, and she wants to take out another dagger and, for non-lethal damage, try to knock him out.
Absolutely.
I
I'll
would
say...
actually like to try and stop that.
Oh, okay.
You're going to try to stop that?
I'll just say it's an easy hand...
I'm gonna stop that.
Yeah, I'll just say it's easy. Like, he just grabs your hand real quick. Like, whoa. It's more up to you if you like to continue through it with the pickle.
What? I thought we were taking him back to town. Get that fucking money, honey.
You want to get 5,000 gold pieces for one drow, or 500,000 for all of them?
I'm pretty
She
sure
raises
I
a brow and she's like,
5,000, but okay.
Yeah, but if there is 100 of them, then we get 500,000.
He said for each of your heads, so it's 10k, 5,000 for each of you.
Yeah, per drow.
For if the drow menace was handled, not just a drow.
We'll bring back 100 drow.
Oh, you
That's fine.
bastard! I have it in my notes as like a head.
Yeah, but that's
Oh, that's
fine,
awful.
because in that case, Eisen's just going to be like, well, this town has lived its purpose, and I've got 100 drow here, so either give us the money or we're letting them loose.
It's literally
Pay us for burning it down.
You were told from the beginning, 500 gold if you just handle this part and look through the hole and handle the sheriffs. 5,000 if you happen to be the ones to handle the menace. That was said from the fucking beginning, dudes. If you do that, the wizard will just kill you, and then the drow. There's also not gonna be 100 drow.
True.
Oh,
Listen,
God.
We will trade in the entire Underdark to get rich, okay? We will go and get every fucking one of them to go and get some money.
Genocide.
Oh, yeah, war crimes? Are we at that point in the campaign where we commit war crimes?
Oh, we started off in that campaign. So as he grabs Granny's hand, he just sort of shakes his head and is like, no, let's have him lead us back to his village.
She kind of raises a brow and she's like, all right, but if he starts doing some shit, I'm gonna bust him, okay?
You can always just finish burning him.
Oh, honey, I have more than that in store for this man, if he ever tries to fuck with us again. Anyway, let's see if we can get him to lead us back to his village or whatever, and then handle it from there. Although, I don't speak the language, so if this gets to be too troublesome, I might just fucking off him anyway.
Well, I speak intimidation.
Wait, you
Jesus.
speak what?
Intimidation. I like that. You're like, well, I might
She
just
goes,
off
"What
the
a
bastard
coincidence."
anyway.
She's like, what a coincidence, so do I. And she pats your arm again very, very tenderly. And so she looks at the drow and she's like, all right, let's go. Get to it, bitch. And she takes out the dagger and she kind of like gestures like away.
He looks at you like confused. He doesn't speak your language. So he's just kind of like, Salah. La? He points off in the distance, and then he this is what he does. This is how he interpreted what you did. He picks up the sand, points to the sand, and says, "Run." You think he might have been just trying to tell you this is sand.
Eisen just shakes his head and it's like, and sort of mimes where does he sleep, and puts his head on his shoulder and looks back at him and is like, huh? Huh? Huh?
He nods his head yes. And then doesn't move though.
Well, it's not like he's going anywhere with the fucking foot that's still caught around.
Well, I mean, he could get up and like use the spear as a
Doesn't
walking
fix him.
stick. If he gets up and like uses the spear as like a leverage so that he can at least move, but he does look at you, not sure. Like, in fact, he gestures to you and gives the sleeping thing back. You may think that he took it as he took that you said that you were going to take him to sleep and rest.
Eisen looks over at Granny.
She shrugs and like pulls out the cuffs that she took from the cops, and she's like, "All right, let's take this bitch back to town. I don't fucking know what to do with this." And she starts walking towards the drow.
He kind of like just very sadly puts out his hands so you can cuff him.
Quick question: do I still have the coin of
Good
the
boy,
angel
and she's
and
like very
devil?
patronizing. You what? Sorry.
Fucking good boy, Jesus.
Isaac?
Yeah.
Do I still have the coin of the angel and the devil?
That's I fucking forget what that does. I think that was with Ash, wasn't it?
No, Eisen had it. Remember, he doubled his gold and he lost like 5% of what he converted.
Oh yeah, I don't even. If I'm being honest, I don't even have the stat block for that. That's in like the old. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't expect you to get Eisen, so I don't have that. So I would like I can go back to that Discord server real quick to look for it.
Oh shit.
Like I just.
He's doing such a deep cut reference. You have to go to a whole other server.
Yeah, like I could go back to our previous server. Where was it? Tales for the Unknown D&D server, and see if I can find the item.
Honestly, I don't even think you put it into the server. You just had a stat block for it.
Oh, shit.
Did I not? Maybe I sent it to you guys then.
I'm currently looking for it.
But my spell book is a mimic. Did that make it a young mimic? And if so, can I tattoo my spells in his pages so it can grow as it no longer is a spell book for him? When this happens, would I still be able to use him as a spell book? Second, I like to gather venom from our undead basilisk head in glass bottles and sell them for a profit and future weapon coding.
I remember that. That's the thing that I was talking about. Actually, don't I still have the basilisk head as well?
Yeah, you do. We already confirmed that you did.
I'm contemplating just turning this fucking thing to stone.
Yeah. Oh. Where did you get the coin? Because I even see me putting the old stuff like the ruin chalks that Ash got, the chalk that makes ruin and magic. Like in the actual physical chat.
Yeah, but I remember you gave us the coin, and it was essentially there was two sides. There was an angel side, a devil side. If it landed on the angel side, you got what you asked for. If it landed on the devil side, there was a consequence. We used it to get more gold. It landed on we chose the angel side. It landed on it, and we got more gold. But it took like 5 gold of the 50 gold that we were getting. I just cannot remember where the hell it was.
Yeah, I mean, in that case,
I remember creating the item in D&D Beyond, and obviously that's gone. I just have it still in my notes as coin of the angel/devil.
Weird. I feel like knowing you would have put it in your note. Just because we don't have the notes, I'm gonna say no. You probably lost it or gave it to Ash purely because we don't have the actual physical rules that we agreed upon, just so we don't like mess it up.
Yeah, not just that. Honestly, that's like a limited wish spell.
Well, but it's also like limited,
Oh my god.
unlimited get punished spell. So if you have a run of like a bad streaks, you just lose that character.
Then I just come back with level 20 Eisen.
Hello, I am Eisen's brother, Bison.
No, just come back with level 20 Eisen. No, he time traveled.
Hello, I am Bison. This is my brother, Eisen, and this is my twin sister, Trisen. And this is my brother, Quisen. This is my uncle, Lysen.
And then he just points, and this is our dad, Jack.
Yes, he didn't go with the naming scheme. He's a bit of an asshole. But yeah, so you guys cuff him, and do you guys take him back to East Creek?
I guess so. I mean, I don't really know what else we could do with him at this point because we don't know, like, there's a language barrier, and Granny is far too, like, impatient and or racist to, like, deal with that. So she just wants to, like, take him back to town and kind of go from there.
Yeah, fair enough. So you guys backtrack back through the tunnels, back through up into the bank, and you see the posse. They come out. They're like, "Ah, damn drow! Oh, okay. You got him in cuffs. All right, that's all good." You see they put their hand crossbows away. Oh shit! You want us to go get the sheriff then, ma'am?
Oh, if you'd be so kind, and perhaps a little glass of milk for the little one here. And she, like, tussles the drow's hair very patronizingly.
He kind of, like, looks at you like, what the fuck are you doing?
Maybe a healer to look at his foot. I may have accidentally on purpose cut it off.
Oh
yeah, right. There's that too.
He's a damn dark skin. Oh, no, not dark skin. That's a terrible.
Oh my god!
Jesus. That's even a drow. I will just stay away from that. He's a damn drow,
it's been great
motherfucker.
streaming with you guys. I can't wait to get canceled.
He's a damn dark elf. I meant to say dark elf.
Oh my Jesus, 8.
He's a damn dark
I know
elf.
I'm playing a racist character, but damn.
So next time on Logs of the Bard, since Bardic Logs being cancelled.
In our next session, we will go to court for hate crimes and prejudice.
Hate crimes, prejudice, and war crimes.
And war crimes. Amen. Oh my god.
He says that he's a damn dark elf. Why would we waste our healing on him?
Well, first of all, maybe because I said so. And second of all, can't you speak the damn language? You're a wizard, for crying out loud.
We ain't the wizard, that's Wizwardo. We're the part of his posse, we're just simpletons.
You look you look pretty simple. Go get the damn sheriff. I didn't ask you to do something. I told you to do it. Get going. And Eisen just sort of starts impatiently tapping his foot, glaring at them, trying to intimidate them into doing what he said.
They're gonna go anyway, but yeah, go ahead and roll intimidation.
Yeah, he's hurrying them along.
Granny, before they leave, she's also going to be like, "Oh, could you also get a pen and paper, please, for me to try to talk to this young man here?" Because she had an idea that occurred to her.
Okay. Yeah. We'll go get a quill and some paper. Yeah, I mean, you and ink. Yeah. They like look at each other like, do you guys just gonna stay here? You want us to meet you at like the mayor's house, the bar? Like, you want to meet us at the sheriff's place? Like, what do you want?
Well, naturally, we're gonna meet you at Granny's place. She's still got a business to run. She's an old lady. You can't have her going up and down.
Oh, you're too kind. And she kind of like blushes like at Eisen, and she's like, "Oh yes, I would love it if we could all meet back at my place. It might take me a minute to get out of this vault here with these old bones, but I promise we'll be there with our new friend here in due time." Hee hee hee.
Oh, well, in that case, if you're leaving, we'll just wait for you to leave so we can close up the vault, and then we'll head over to get the sheriff for you. Meet you there.
Oh, of course. Whoops. And she, like, falls, quote unquote, onto a nearby pile of like jewels and shit as she's on her way out, and tries to pocket as much as she can while the guards like are trying to like help her get back up.
The guards are like helping you get back up, and you're able to pocket like 3 rubies of like 50 gold each.
I was just gonna wait for them to go out and take some.
This lady is just so clumsy. My God.
Oh dear, it's from all my younger days as a halfling. You know, I used to be quite the dancer, and I'm afraid I just have 2 left feet in old age. Oh, it's so embarrassing.
Oh, my hubris. Yes, you go.
Oh, my arrogance.
Aizen is just casually waiting for them to leave. He's just sort of standing there, looking around. It's like, I can use some gold.
They kind of just like look at you, like, cool. Yeah. I mean, you're getting paid. You going?
Yeah. Follow along. Go on. He just looks at him and is like, I told you to. We'll meet you by Granny's house. What are you still doing here? Do you need me to put my foot in your ass and get you going?
Like, as they're like closing at the bank, they're like ignoring you. They're like, you get like, Granny, you could like hear one of them say like, God, I like the grandma way more than a dwarf.
She gives a big shit-eating grin at that, and she like gestures Aizen to like come down real close, and she says this like in a hushed tone, full like sweet smile on her face. Still, she's like, you gotta be more fucking subtle if you want them to be on your side. I'll give you one of the things I swiped if it'll make you happy, okay? But you gotta get good in the future.
Get good, bitch, Scrub Lord.
On that note, Aizen is gonna swipe anything that's around his feet. Be it gold or just blood from the people that were in there or debris, dirt. He's taking something, even if it's just dirt.
You pick up dirt.
He's so proud.
In dust. Hold on. Dios! He was like, oh my God, trying to undo all my cords. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that sounds like.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Like him.
You know what? Here, I'm just gonna. He likes to play with dice. Hold on. Here's your D10, Theo. Ready? Here's your D10. Go play with your D10. There we go. There you go. He rolled a 10. Cool.
So that means I take.
He is the dice god.
He is the dice god.
10 pounds of dirt.
You get 10 pounds of dirt. Yes, you basically have a sack of dirt with you now, Aizen.
Perfect. I'm gonna use this to distract people. I'm gonna throw it in their eyes.
Pocket sand.
I was about to say the exact same thing. Pocket sand.
As you go into Grandma's bakery, your dwarf, half dwarf, half human companion, Alex, is there. She's just waiting. Hi, ma'am. I did the deliveries. Here, the Italian brothers spat in the cookies and threw them out into dirt. Said that they don't want your cookies, but she brings up the tray of like sandy cookies. I tried my best to clean them off and bring them back, but the bar did pay you for your muffins, and she hands you 250 gold.
Oh fuck yeah!
At this point, Aizen is gonna start sneaking away towards the Italian bakery.
All right, you start sneaking away towards the Italian bakery in a not stealthy manner. Your thighs create thunder steps as you step.
Can I say before he like goes fully, like she sees him starting to leave at the mention of the brothers, and she goes, "One moment, dear," and she like slips a ruby into like his breast pocket or something, and she's like, "Think of it as a gratuitous gesture for our ongoing business relationship." And then she turns back to Alex. "Oh, you're so good, dear, so kind," but just like blubbering and doing her normal grainy bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Alex grabs, it just helps you cook and bake and anything you ask her to do. She gives you a big hug before she goes to work, because she's like, "I'm so happy to work for you, Granny. You're just the kindest person ever."
"You're too good to me, Alex. I don't know what I would do without you, dearie. And don't worry about those cookies. Those two gentlemen don't know what they're in for."
As you look at the poison bottle on your shelf.
Oh yeah. She slips Alex like 5 gold pieces and is like, "Why don't you like take the day off early, dearie, for all your help? My grandma will wrap up the rest of the baking." "Grandma's got it from here, baby."
As you
Eisen
do,
yells this, thinks back, and just like, I've got a basilisk head in my backpack. You're gonna get it today.
Italian bros, goddamn Mario and Luigi ass
Fucking
motherfuckers.
Medusa. Are you gonna fucking Medusa the Italian brothers that Grandma
Yeah.
Tea Tree is racist towards?
Yeah, and then I'm gonna put them in
Oh
front
my
of their
God.
own shop, and I'm gonna say they made it in honor to themselves before leaving.
And they donated the bakery shop to Grandma Tea Tree as a gratuitous gift.
Man, that's a high roll for bluff that's gonna be needed. I hope the dice gods are in your favor.
Wait. Can I
Ow.
say that because of Granny's reputation with the town, she like is able to help with that role in any way?
Oh, I'm not gonna be the one that tells them. I'm gonna tell Granny that they're gonna make a note. I believe I've got proficiency with a forgery kit, so we'll see how that
Same.
goes.
Oh my God, fuck yeah.
Jesus, these poor Italian brothers. They just want to run a bakery. But yeah, all right. So Eisen, you start going towards the bakery. You do see the bar is nice and bumping, and there's a few patrons, like an orc and a another half elf with a cowboy gear is up in there buying cannolis, and the orc is sit down at a table eating some lasagna.
I actually might have a better idea. I'm gonna order about a dozen cannolis.
Are we gonna poison them? And then frame the brothers?
No, we're gonna do something a lot better.
Oh fuck yeah.
Hey, hey, Muyo. Yeah, Lawago. What's up? Well, Muyo, we got that dwarf that Granny Teatree has been hanging out with. Hey, dwarf, what you doing in a restaurant? You want what'd you see? You come in yelling about a dozen cannolis?
Yeah, well, Granny is busy with the mayor, and I need food, so come to get a dozen cannolis. I'm hungry.
All right, Mario, Luago, what do you think?
I'll here.
They kind of like both grab their chins and nod themselves at each other. You taking a good look at them, you realize they're not just brothers, but maybe twins even. All right, fine. If you wanna show that bitch who's a better baker, yeah, fucking. They go ahead and start, getting the cannolis ready. Give us like 10 minutes. We'll get the cannolis all good for you.
Thank you. I've got no problem waiting around for a bit. Looking around, Eisen just like, I wonder how long these patrons are gonna hang around.
Well, within 10 minutes, the elf does leave, but the orc is just finishing up his lasagna and is like waiting for his check. While one brother goes to give him his check, the other brother serves you the cannolis. Well, here you go. Hey, tell that bitch we said fuck you.
Yeah, we'll do. No worries about it. Can I get a takeaway bag? I see you've got branded logering.
Yes, here we go. Here's two of them wrapped up nice and good for you.
Thank you. I'm gonna walk out. Since they didn't want me to pay, they didn't say anything, I'm leaving.
As you start to walk out, the door closes and doesn't open. Hey, whoa. You're supposed to put your fucking payment. Hey, we give you it so you can take a look, make sure you're happy with it. You don't just walk out, you douchebag.
I was just about to have said something. How much do I owe you?
Easy. Yeah, just a gold piece.
He throws them a gold piece, flips it. There you go. Thanks for the cannolis.
The door, you see, without them touching anything, opens.
Perfect. So, I would then like to go to Granny's shop.
Oh, I do say, real quick, sorry. Before you do that, as the door opens, you just hear one of the brothers say, "Thanks, Ma." And that's it. They just continue on with the work.
Perfect. So, I would start heading over towards Granny's shop. Hopefully the mayor is not there, the sheriff is not there yet. And when I get there, since I am now only with Granny, I'm gonna take the 10 pounds of dirt and stuff them with the cannolis and wait for the sheriff to arrive to see that they were trying to poison me with literal dirt.
the sheriff was already there, so you show up, and the
Go to
posse
the
and the
bathroom and
sheriff.
fight a handshake.
Also, like, if they're like, no offense, no one's gonna believe that they're poisoning you with dirt. They'll just say it's a shitty cannoli and move on with their day. He's not gonna arrest the boys for having dirt in their cannoli. It's not like it's actual
It's
poison.
not about arresting them. It's not about. It's just damaging the reputation. So when they leave, they're not going to be missed.
Oh, maybe you like
It doesn't really
pour
affect.
the dirt all over the cannolis, and they're like, "Oh, this was a gift they gave to Granny. Can you believe how rude they are to her? Look at this. They just spat all over her good name with this fucking dirty cannoli." Something like that.
Either way, Granny, you and the sheriff, as Eisen walks into the your bakery, you and the sheriff are back to chit chatting about. Back to are currently chit chatting about what you have been baking. Ah, so tell me. He looks at some fine sourdough loaves of bread. Ah, was this when was this made? Baked today?
Oh yes, that young assistant I have, Alex. She's quite the learner. She's been helping me around the shop so much lately, doing
Indeed.
such good favors for Granny.
Oh, I'm so glad you finally got some help, Granny. You've been wearing yourself to the bone, and this place looks fantastic since Alex came around.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. I've been so happy to have her around, you know. I enjoy my work so much, too much to let it go, but it's so nice to have another young soul around.
Eisen walks in.
Oh!
Oh, hello there.
Eisen looks at Granny, looks at the sheriff, and he makes sure he stares at Granny when he's like, "I brought cannolis."
Oh, Granny's gonna roll some fucking insight against you to see if you're, like, fucking with her, or if you're trying to say we're gonna fuck with the Italian brothers.
Granny takes it the wrong way. Mob Granny comes out. Eisen gets poisoned.
You disrespect me. You disrespect my family. You
Disrespect
call us
me.
sticky poopy babies.
On the day
You
of
give
my
Eisen-
daughter's bakery.
You give Eisen poison cookies, and he comes back and like, "I need the same as the last batch."
Oh, goodness.
Granny kind of nods and smiles. And she's like, "Oh, but of course, dear, I've got some very special cookies just for you." And she kind of boops your nose.
Oh, I'm
Like-
so scared. We
like
don't know
keeping up the
what
extra
she
scare.
rolled. We don't know what she rolled, Thermic. Oh my god, I'm scared. I'm scared of Granny.
At this point, I'm just thanking the Dwarven Constitution for being resilient. to
So
poison.
high. The sheriff, who's with the posse. The drought is just kind of sitting in your bakery, like he's just munching on like a croissant. He's just kind of sitting like, ah, and the sheriff looks at him. So where'd you find him, Grandma? Now that Eisen's here, Eisen Granny, where'd you find this little fucker?
I think Granny's the new team name. She goes, "Oh, we found him over by the water, dear, down by the ravine. He was just so startled. Some bugbear got to his foot. When we found him, he was crying out for help. The poor dear."
The sheriff chuckles. Sure, as his insight check is rather high. Yeah, you found him.
Oh, can I roll deception?
Like that. Sure, go ahead. Fuck off. No way. No actual fucking way.
Granny is a master liar. That's the second nat 20 I've rolled for her bullshit. I swear.
That's some like ho shit right there. So as you get the that look of like sure, but then he looks down and sees that you guys cauterized it. Oh, well, actually no, I apologize for any attitude. That I see you guys patched him up. I see you guys probably did help him. So what? He looks at him. You have you talked to him yet? Neither of you speak his language. Theo.
Oh, Granny, you see, is a traveled woman, and this is
Very
all her lying
racist.
again, by the way. Well, I'm a cultured individual. I've been to many savage parts of this land, including the occasional interaction with the drow. They're a simple folk, a savage folk, you see. But I believe that they do know how to read and write somewhat. Perhaps not as good as a common, but I was thinking that maybe I could try to communicate with him through some writing.
Are you gonna bullshit the whole interaction?
Oh my god. And I'm not gonna make you roll.
You never know what Ray's doing.
So like, the thing is though, is that like, you look at him and like, it's not like he's indigenously dressed, you know, nothing offensive like that. He's just dressed in like a desert kind of like little leather armor that's been cut open for the desert air to like he doesn't get overheated. He maybe has like a few dark feathers and different like pelts and stuff, but it's like from Underdark creatures, you know, not even anything from like the tribal people from above ground would use here.
And the sheriff is a racist.
Yeah, and Granny's a racist. But
And the sheriff.
And the sheriff, yeah. But you guys are right in front of this guy, just basically calling him a savage, as if he doesn't come from a culture that is just as advanced as you guys.
Well, it's not like he knows that we're saying it.
He doesn't. It's just so funny that he can't understand how racist you are.
Oh no, like Granny is going all in, and it's just like she's also trying to distract from like so here's the thing. So as part of like her boons of her pact, she has the oh, maybe I picked the wrong thing. Never mind. I'm right. Okay, she has the Eye of the Runekeeper. So she wants to like be able to tap into her pact to go ahead and read and understand whatever he writes to her, but she has to play it up like she doesn't have that kind of like relation. Yeah. So she's being very racist and very like hierarchical to like hide the fact that she has this like otherworldly advantage.
So in my head, I was like, why is she gonna try to like? I was trying to figure out like what has this Granny got? Now she's like, I just need to read. I don't need to write or understand the language. I just need him to write in his language. That makes so much sense.
The best part of this is no matter what he writes and what she reads, she's still gonna be right when she says whatever the hell she says.
Yeah. So
listen, you never know Granny's next move. All right.
So next time on Bardic Logs from the Constitutional Court.
Oh, Granny 100% will be tried in a court of law for her absolute assholeness. But unless and until such time as she's caught by the law and it finally catches up to her, she's gonna fucking do whatever she can to hide that she's like a super selfish, evil person.
Valid. In that case, if you guys are okay with it, I would like to end this week because I planned on making this a two-parter. I forgot to tell you guys. I hope that's okay. First
fine.
part, this week, and then next week we could do Pickle, and then Pickle, if you need another break, I could bring this back up. If not, we're just going to continue with Not and all that. And whenever you guys are ready, we continue with this.
Yeah, that sounds good. We should be ready for next week. It's just with this one, I was telling Griff earlier, my phone, it fucking broke like the day I messaged you guys, and so it was a big hubbub of like, I gotta get a new one. I have so many like shit I have to completely start over from scratch with and trying to get my shit back together. So it was just a big headache and a half, and I was like, there's no way I can get ready in time.
Totally valid. So yeah, what we'll do is that we'll do next week back to Noth and Not and Old Joe, and then we'll save part 2 of this adventure for next time we need another one-off. You guys end it with you guys sitting at the table around the drow and knowing not necessarily very little, but not knowing the whole picture, you have a better idea as Theo attacks me because I'm holding a lollipop that he wants to play with. Jesus.
That's awesome.
He's like, I want to play with it. He just clawed the shit out of me. Jesus, ow.
And as an omake for today's adventure, when Eisen and Granny were looking at each other when they couldn't figure out in this grow was just like sand. When they were looking into Eisen should have just gone and off with his head.
Off with his head!
Oh my god.
Pick out Thin Eraser and properly squash him.
Listen, Granny was all for like knock him out and then being like, so what do we do? Are we killing him? What are we doing? And you could stop that. I would just like to point that out.
Yeah, unfortunately, what I would like to do and what Eisen wanted to do was two different things at that point.
Fair.
Valid.
Listen, I understand the tug of war between metagaming versus playing true to your character.
Yes.
Like, for instance, I am not, unlike Granny Teatree, a raging racist, you know?
Yeah.
Point that out. All of us are very friendly to everyone.
We
Nothing
love everyone.
fascinating.
When
Yes.
I made this, I specifically told my stream that I wanted to be non-offensive and non-racist to indigenous people. I'm glad Drow aren't indigenous people.
Well, that, and then you started saying no, the dark.
They're dark elves! They're dark elves!
That was too good.
Ah!
Oh my god.
So our next session will be streamed from prison cells, right?
Yep, we restart. No. But either way, thank you very much for watching if you have been. And if not, we will all see you guys next time. I have been Isaac with Bardock Logs. This has been Griff. And this has been the Big Ol' Pickle. Thank you, everybody.